Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Abby's eternal joy, Ashley's surprise wedding crash. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Abby Newman Abbott, Melissa Ordway, and Divin Hamilton Winters, Brighton James, are engaged. Abby initially decided she would not get married until Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, could attend. However, Ashley might push Abby to get married anyway. If Abby and Divin go ahead, could Ashley surprise her daughter by crashing the wedding? It would make Abby's special day perfect, that's for sure. Ashley Abbott's died treatment. Y&R spoilers revealed that Abby was left completely out of the loop when it came to her mother's mental health. Although it was explained to Abby, it shouldn't have happened. Moving forward, Ashley is still in a treatment facility in Paris for dissociative identity disorder, DID. Ashley has been in treatment for months. In fact, it is how Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, bonded with Alan Laurent, Christopher Cousins. Now that Tracy and Alan are going to live in Genoa City full-time, what happens to Ashley? Presumably, Ashley will continue getting treatment in Paris. Alan will probably continue to give the Abbott family updates as they come along. At some point, Ashley will be released, though. Y&R spoilers. Divin Hamilton Abbott's proposal. Divin has proposed marriage to Abby, which she accepted. However, during a video chat with Ashley, Abby admitted she had doubts. Ashley was able to reassure her daughter. At the same time, it was interesting how Ashley rejected Abby coming for another visit. Ashley said she had a lot of work to do, but there seemed something hidden under the surface. Abby Newman Abbott's declaration. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that after accepting Devin's proposal, Abby made a big decision. Abby told Devin that she couldn't get married until her mother was able to attend. Of course, Devin was totally understanding about this. Devin knows how important family is, especially to Abby. However, what happens if Ashley's treatment is long-term? What if it might be months or even years before Ashley is released? This might push Ashley to tell Abby to get married anyway. Ashley wouldn't want her daughter to postpone her happiness. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Eileen Davidson's wedding return. Abby might reluctantly agree to get married without her mother there. It would be bittersweet though. So what happens if Abby gets the surprise of a lifetime? What if someone crashes Devin and Abby's wedding? What if that person is Ashley? It would be unexpected but in a good way, which soap fans need right now. Every soap needs drama, but the heartwarming and sweet moments shouldn't be forgotten either. Genoa City was buzzing with excitement as Abby Newman prepared to walk down the aisle once more. The day was destined to be perfect. Abby could feel it in her bones. She had found her soulmate in Divin Hamilton, and after the trials and tribulations they had endured, their love had only grown stronger. The wedding day was set against the backdrop of the Grand Chancellor Mansion, a symbol of Abby's deep ties to her family and the legacy she cherished. As the morning sun streamed through the grand windows of the mansion, Abby stood in front of a full-length mirror, adjusting the final touches on her wedding gown. The dress was a masterpiece, a blend of elegance and modern flair that reflected her personality. The lace bodice hugged her figure, while the flowing skirt gave her the ethereal appearance of a bride who had walked out of a dream. Her mother, Ashley Abbott, watched from the doorway, her heart swelling with pride and love. Ashley had been through so much with Abby, and seeing her daughter radiate happiness brought tears to her eyes. This was a day Ashley had longed for, her daughter's happiness, her daughter's eternal joy. She stepped into the room, placing a gentle hand on Abby's shoulder. "You look absolutely stunning, my love," Ashley whispered, her voice thick with emotion. Abby turned to face her mother, her eyes sparkling with unshed tears. "Thank you, Mom. I couldn't have done any of this without you." Ashley smiled, brushing a stray lock of hair from Abby's face. "You've grown into such a strong, beautiful woman. Devin is lucky to have you, and I know you two will have an incredible life together." As mother and daughter shared a tender moment, the rest of the mansion was abuzz with last-minute preparations. Guests began arriving, their excitement palpable. The Newman and Chancellor families had gathered, along with friends from all corners of Genoa City. The wedding was a grand affair, a celebration of love, family, and the resilience that had brought Abby and Divin to this day. But beneath the surface of joy, a storm was brewing. Ashley had been harboring a secret that threatened to cast a shadow over her daughter's perfect day. She had recently learned some shocking news about her estranged husband, Tucker McCall. Tucker had been in and out of Ashley's life for years, their relationship a tumultuous roller coaster of passion, betrayal, and reconciliation, and now, just as Abby was about to say her vows, Ashley discovered that Tucker had made a decision that would change everything. As the wedding ceremony drew near, Ashley's mind raced. She had to find a way to confront Tucker, to stop him before he could ruin Abby's happiness. She knew Tucker well enough to understand that he wouldn't let this day pass without making his presence known. His sudden reappearance in Geno City had been suspicious, and now she realized why. The guests proceeded, the music began to play, and Abby took her father Victor Newman's arm, ready to walk down the aisle. Her heart pounded with excitement, her eyes locked on Devon, who stood at the altar, his expression one of pure adoration. The world faded away as she began her journey toward her future. But just as she reached the halfway point, a commotion erupted at the entrance of the mansion. All eyes turned as the doors were flung open, revealing none other than Tucker McCall, his face set in determination. Gasps filled the room as Tucker strode down the aisle, his gaze fixed on Ashley. The shock on Abby's face was mirrored by everyone present. This was supposed to be her moment, her time to finally find happiness after all the heartache she had endured. But now her father-in-law was about to turn her dream wedding into a nightmare. Ashley stepped forward, blocking Tucker's path. "What are you doing here, Tucker? This is Abby's day, not yours." Tucker's expression softened slightly as he looked at Ashley. "I didn't come here to ruin anything, Ashley, but there's something I need to say, something that can't wait." Abby, caught between confusion and anger, glanced at Devon, who was equally stunned. "What is this about, Tucker?" she demanded, her voice trembling. Tucker took a deep breath, his gaze shifting between Abby and Devon. "I know this is the last thing you want to hear right now, but I need to tell you the truth. Ashley and we're still married." The room fell silent, the weight of Tucker's words settling over the gathering like a dark cloud. Abby's mind reeled. How could this be true? How could her mother keep something so important from her on her wedding day? Ashley's face paled as she realized the full impact of Tucker's revelation. She had kept the truth from Abby, thinking it would protect her daughter from more heartache. But now, her decision had backfired spectacularly. "I'm sorry, Abby," Ashley began, her voice breaking. "I didn't want to burden you with this. I thought it would be easier if you didn't know." Abby shook her head, tears welling in her eyes. "Easier? How could you think this would be easier? This is my wedding day and you've turned it into a circus." Devon stepped forward, wrapping a protective arm around Abby. "This doesn't change anything, Abby. We love each other, and that's all that matters." But Abby was too overwhelmed to take comfort in Devon's words. The day she had envisioned as perfect was crumbling around her, and she didn't know how to piece it back together. Tucker, seeing the pain he had caused, took a step back. "I didn't want to hurt you, Abby. I just thought you deserved to know the truth before you made any decisions." Abby looked at her mother, betrayal etched across her features. "You should have told me, Mom. You should have trusted me enough to handle the truth." Ashley's heart ached at the sight of her daughter's distress. She had only wanted to protect Abby, but in doing so, she had inadvertently caused more pain. "I'm so sorry, Abby," Ashley whispered, tears streaming down her face. "I never meant for this to happen." The room was thick with tension, the joy of the day now overshadowed by the weight of the truth. Abby stood at a crossroads, her mind racing as she tried to process everything that had just unfolded. But then, in a moment of clarity, she realized something important. Yes, her mother had made a mistake, and yes, Tucker had chosen the worst possible moment to reveal the truth. But none of that changed the love she and Devon shared. This day was still theirs, still a celebration of their commitment to each other. Taking a deep breath, Abby turned to Devon, her eyes filled with determination. "Let's do this," she said softly. "Let's get married." Devon smiled, relief flooding his features. "Absolutely," he replied, his voice steady. As the music resumed and the guests settled back into their seats, Abby and Devon continued their walk down the aisle. The love they felt for each other was stronger than any obstacle, and as they exchanged vows, the turmoil of the past few moments began to fade away. Abby had found her eternal joy, and nothing, not even a surprise wedding crash, could take that away from her.